for someone like me, and honestly, I've been bombarded with a lot of these,
Yeah.
ads for this, and I'm like, I'm on this path to being healthier and my looking after my well-being and being more mindful. So should I invest in one of these? And then when I start reading about it, honestly, at some point, um, I, I sort of drop off in a way because uh, I can't understand how measuring or getting this data, how that sort of converts into something beneficial for me. So
Yeah.
yes, you get all this data. I mean, yes, with steps, you're probably burning X number of calories, or you're like, it's the thing to do, so you do it.
Yeah.
But say with a glucose patch, where you're able to see how your glucose spikes after certain things you've eaten, um, and you probably know a lot of these things are going to spike your glucose. If you have a big fat chocolate donut, you know that it's probably going to have that effect, right? So then what?
Yeah.
I think that's the sort of missing link for someone like me. And is it something that now we're constantly sort of using whatever machines or tech rather to and we're constantly monitoring everything we're doing, and it's just sort of you're losing the you know just enjoying life as I think of it in a very simplistic way.
Yeah.
I think that's where sometimes I hold back from devices, if that's the right word, like these. So what's your take on this? I mean, I know that health tech is the future, but how do you kind of convince someone like me who may be a little resistant to adopting all of this into my day-to-day life?
Well, I definitely won't wear the patch when I'm at Mag Street Cafe at the bakery on a Sunday morning for sure. But no, I think there's some interesting shifts that are happening. One is, if you look at the current devices, it's a little like the seven blind men, feeling the elephant, right? Each of them has a very unidimensional point of view around a very complicated, holistic organism, which, if interpreted in silo, can quite often lead to erroneous, in some cases, dangerous
Exactly.
situations, right? So that's where we are today. Where will we be in 10 years' time? I think we will undeniably be in a world where the interpretation is happening at a level of intelligence that we don't need to be concerned about. And rather, the interventions are then being suggested to us to either make them or automated in our day-to-day lives. And I described this in that TED Talk where I spoke about our CPUs, culinary planning units, being pre-programmed by that health concierge, that data cloud, to prescribe what we can eat, how much we can eat, and the taste will be there, of course. It'll all be curated by the table or Mag Street or something like this, right? So I think where we're going directionally is a very, very interesting world. And that's certainly the space that I increasingly want to be able to shape, because I believe there's a great advantage to our species if we can make these small lifestyle interventions. When people are empowered with information, the right information at the right time, it leads to that behavior change. And that can potentially become sustainable. In other instances, you might be sowing the seed of knowledge, which a few years later may play out, right? So the instance or the circumstance may change, but I think that if we can empower people, right, with good quality information which makes sense, then it can lead to some long-term benefits and gains. So whether it's the patch, whether it's the Aura Ring, whether it's the Fitbit device, etc., if you're wearing it to understand your body, that's great. I think, very quickly, probably in the next 24 to 36 months, we will be in this existence where those data streams are beginning to talk with each other. And using that intelligence, systems like ours or many others will be able to suggest to you, this is your option for what you should be doing. And then probably 7 to 8 years from there on, it may become automated or pre-programmed to some degree as well. So it's exciting, right? To have all of this.
No, I mean, it is very interesting. And
Yeah.
I guess at some point, the idea of too much information won't be a thing. So, we're moving in that direction, I think, in a wide range of industries. And, health tech is obviously a big part of that.